Have you ever struggled to find some information in Google search engine as an Android developer? Yeah, me too. That's why today I want to show you Google advanced search operators to find information more precisely and faster. So, first of all, what they are. When you want to find some information, you probably do it like this, like let's say I type Steve Jobs in my search engine and I get some Steve Jobs results. But let's say I want to find information about Steve Jobs only from Wikipedia. So what I do, I will copy the link to the Wikipedia and I will use one of the Google advanced search operators called cite, like this, and when I click enter I will get only results from Wikipedia, and this is one of the most popular search operators. But I want to show you how I use them as an Android developer in my workflow. So let's say I want to find information about view model lifecycle, for example, and of course there are some results like Reddit, Medium, and Android developers. Let's say I want to use only reliable sources like Android developers documentations. So I type before or after, it doesn't matter, I use after this word, site developer android.com. I will click enter and I will get only results from official Android developers website. Okay, let's go to the other advanced operator called filetype, and it's used to search for file types. So let's say I want to find Android memory management, for example. I click enter and I get results, so some results again, but I want only in results in PDF. So I use this search operator and I get some memory management information in PDF. I can do this with any other thing, not only with Android memory management. I can use, for example, Android compose performance, for example, with file type PDF, and I get some of them. Okay, let's go to the third search operator. Let's say, for example, I want to find fragment manager exception, exactly this one, illegal state exception, and I want to search exactly for this one. So I use intitle search operator to find only resources with this state exception in title, and as you can see, I get only resources with this state exception in the title. In all of them, the title contains this illegal state exception. There are, of course, some other useful operators. One of my favorite is, let's say, inurl. Let's define I want to find some information about compose from Android developers website again, but this time I want to find only guide. So I define like this and I will get only compose resources from official Android developers website with inurl guide. When I click it, as you can see, it's guide. Okay, and there are less known operators, like for example define to find definitions of words, like let's say I don't know what coroutine it is, so I use this operator and it should define what a coroutine is. But as you can see, it's not working for all words. But when I say, like, I don't know, define your, I get a definition of this word. When I define, I don't know, something like compose, I get definition of this word. Okay, next less known operator is related, and with this operator I can find related websites to this one, and as you can see, there are those mentioned websites are related to this website. Okay, let's go to the next operator. Like, let's say I want to find some information about repeat something lifecycle flow, but because I don't know what should be in here, I use wildcard operator to search for anything that is between word repeat and lifecycle, and I click enter, and now I can see, okay, it was repeat on lifecycle, and now I know what I need to search for. So wildcard operator can replace any word, any sign between. And now let's move to the other real life examples. Like, let's say I want to find some information about activity thread. Okay, we need to wait a little bit, and I get it, and I want to get this information only from Google sources because they are the most reliable, and it is what I need. And as you can see, I can now search through Android Google source code and find activity thread. Okay, and now let's say I want to find some information about coroutine scope launch, but let's say I don't want to display information from Medium and let's say from Reddit. So I click on this website and I use this minus operator, and I define that I want to get information from Medium and from Reddit. And as you can see, the results only contain Kotlin documentation and StackOverflow. I can even exclude it, for example, Kotlin official documentation, and I will get everything else but not Kotlin documentation. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. You can search by your own other advanced operators. You can use them not only in Google search but in YouTube as well. So I highly recommend it to do that. And like and subscribe, and thank you for today.